pick up on signs pretty quickly and then register it, digest it, and then go.
So many stories that have been made up about me. I've heard I've dated a father and son before.
Not true?
Absolutely not true.
You look pretty happy.
Diddy and Lori Harvey, they're heating things up in Italy.
Notice her arm is on the back of his chair.
The ongoing scandal surrounding Diddy continues to intensify with each passing day. Singer Jaguar Wright has now introduced an explosive new allegation into the conversation. According to her statements, the separation between Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey was far more dramatic than a simple fading of affection or mutual distancing. She asserts that their relationship ended abruptly after Michael reportedly received a video depicting Lori attending one of Diddy's gatherings. The most shocking element, per Jaguar, is that Diddy personally forwarded the footage as an act of pure retaliation. The motive? Diddy allegedly discovered that Michael had previously been involved romantically with Cassie, and this connection, she emphasizes, is not mere rumor but established fact.
Steve Harvey's daughter. It was all known that she was spotted in them streets with Justin, and then she was spotted in them streets with Diddy, and they all tried to sit there and pretend like that wasn't what.
Cassie openly testified in court that she had a short-lived romantic involvement with Michael B. Jordan back in 2015 during a temporary separation from Diddy after she learned of his infidelity. Indeed, Lori Harvey's prior association with Diddy was already public knowledge before she began dating Michael, so her past connections were not concealed. However, the allegation suggests that Michael only truly grasped the full extent and nature of that lifestyle when the purported video supposedly arrived in his possession. And just as it seems the story might conclude there, yet another dimension emerges: the long-standing relationship between Steve Harvey and Diddy. These individuals have been acquainted for many years. This is precisely what renders the entire situation so deeply troubling. Steve Harvey positions himself as an authority on relationships, particularly offering guidance to women. Yet, he apparently raised no objections to his daughter being romantically involved with Diddy. That fact by itself is enough to provoke serious questions and concern.
Diddy got pinched. They've all been trying to pretend like all of the stuff that we've seen that happened, that they was all involved and didn't happen.
Additionally, there's Marjorie Harvey, whose reputation has been entangled in persistent gossip over the years. Currently, discussions suggest that she supposedly encouraged Lori to cultivate a closer relationship with Diddy in pursuit of greater visibility, influence, and valuable industry ties. Regardless of the accuracy of these assertions, the ongoing chatter shows no signs of fading. This brings us to the core inquiry. Could Michael B. Jordan truly have been so unsuspecting? Did he become enamored with the refined, sophisticated facade without recognizing the darker realities lurking beneath? Furthermore, what precisely did that alleged video contain that was reportedly forwarded to him? Because sources indicate that its contents, whatever they were, profoundly altered the course of events. Adding to the peculiarity is the fact that this intricate web involving Diddy, Steve Harvey, and Lori received scarcely any attention in 50 Cent's documentary series. Given the abundance of developments unfolding during that period, the notable absence of coverage speaks volumes in its own way.
Right here, and told y'all there was activity on the darknet. Videos were being distributed and were going to be sold for profit because the diddler needs the money.
Jaguar Wright, on the other hand, has consistently spoken out without hesitation. She is currently asserting that Lori's purported connection to Diddy was the true factor that brought the relationship with Michael to a close. When examining the chronology of events, certain aspects appear highly questionable. Michael and Lori ended their romance only a few months prior to the filing of Cassie's legal action. During that approximate period, circulating gossip indicates that Diddy was intensely exerting efforts to quiet or intimidate individuals who might corroborate Cassie's account. From what is being discussed in informal circles, this sequence of events is far from coincidental. Such influence potentially extended to Michael B. Jordan, given his short romantic involvement with Cassie in 2015. As stated by Jaguar Wright, Diddy reportedly arranged for an individual to present Michael with footage of Lori allegedly captured during one of those notorious freak-off gatherings. Shortly thereafter, suddenly, the partnership between Michael and Lori dissolved entirely. Michael has yet to offer any public clarification regarding the reasons behind their separation, yet the precise timing draws significant scrutiny. At one point, The pair were openly discussing wedding plans, shared life goals, and envisioning a long-term future together, only for everything to abruptly cease the following moment.
And Lori Harvey, they were seen in Cabo, and at one point, Diddy reaches underneath her blouse to touch her stomach, almost as in like a, oh, babe.
The separation occurred swiftly, harshly, and without warning. Since all events unfolded with such abruptness, the hypothesis regarding Michael viewing a certain recording has begun to appear far more credible to numerous individuals. Immediately following the announcement of their parting, Lori and Michael ceased following one another and erased all evidence of their romance from their online profile. This action by itself prompted supporters to speculate that a major incident had transpired privately. Merely a few days afterward, Michael was observed at a basketball match, appearing deeply distressed on an emotional level. Internet commentators noted that he seemed disturbed, exhausted, and outright devastated. The developments continued beyond that point. Subsequently, during Michael's onstage presentation of Drake in 21 Savage, he uttered the phrase about her loss, which enthusiasts promptly interpreted as a pointed jab toward Lori. Such a remark was not coincidental. Therefore, did Michael genuinely witness a recording featuring Lori that profoundly disturbed him? This is the speculation that's spreading widely at present. Moreover, even should the element involving the tape prove false, Lori's association with Diddy remains disconcerting on its own merits. The difference in ages, the sequence of occurrences, the backing from her relatives, every aspect seems peculiar. We should face the truth for a moment. Even in the absence of any recording, the entire circumstance remains sufficiently bizarre to prompt profound concerns. Lori's association with Diddy extended considerably deeper than a mere passing romance, and observers picked up on it right away. Consider the sequence of events. Speculation regarding Lori and Diddy began surfacing on the internet in early 2019, only a few months following the death of Kim Porter. That particular timing by itself caused widespread discomfort among many. Compounding the unease was Lori's deep personal bond with Kim. Following Kim's death, Lori posted an emotional tribute in which she expressed that she regarded her as part of her own family, even referring to her as Mama. In her message, she stated, "Having a hard time processing this one. You were such a beautiful person inside and out. Thank you for always being so sweet and loving to me. I'm so glad I told you how much I loved and missed you the last time I saw you. Your energy was truly something special, an angel on earth and now in heaven. RIP. Mama Kim." Therefore, if Kim Porter genuinely served as a maternal figure to Lori, individuals naturally began posing the inevitable inquiry. What does that imply about Diddy's role? This is the point where many people find themselves profoundly unsettled. Lori openly referred to Kim as Mama, grieved her passing as though she were a close relative, and then merely 3 months following Kim's death, she became romantically associated with Diddy. That specific time frame by itself caused significant distress among observers. As detailed in articles from Hot New Hip Hop, Lori and Diddy were seen together in early March 2019 at a reggae festival held in Miami. This sighting is when the rumors truly gained momentum. At that point, Lori was just 22 years of age, whereas Diddy was 50. After video clips from the event circulated across the internet, Lori's representatives acted quickly. Her spokesperson informed TMZ that no romantic involvement existed between them. However, that official statement failed to quell the ongoing speculation. All through the summer months of 2019, Lori and Diddy continued to be photographed in each other's company on multiple occasions. One particularly notable instance that drew widespread notice was a stroll they took late at night in New York City. Subsequently, in July 2019, the dynamic between them appeared to evolve. An individual with close ties to Lori informed Hollywood Life that she and Diddy had developed a stronger bond following Kim Porter's death. However, the source promptly clarified and emphasized that their relationship was entirely non-romantic. They maintained that Lori was simply providing emotional support to Diddy as he navigated his mourning process. The insider explained that Lori had maintained friendships with the entire family for many years, but her connection with Diddy had deepened significantly in the preceding 6 months or thereabouts, particularly since Kim's passing, given that Lori shared a very tight relationship with Kim as well. She was experiencing her own sorrow during that time. As a result, she could genuinely offer comfort to Diddy amid his loss. She brings positivity into his life. Lori possesses a special ability to bring a smile to his face. She brings him joy. They are simply close companions. This represents the authorized narrative. Yet, this is precisely where the explanation begins to unravel. Considering that merely 3 months following Kim's departure, Diddy and Lori were observed together at a music festival. Shortly afterward, additional accounts indicate that they also visited a strip club in Atlanta. This development prompted many to pause and reconsider. It is true that individuals process grief in varied ways. However, the notion of mourning in such a venue failed to resonate convincingly with numerous observers, and the momentum of their public appearances only accelerated from that point. By August 2019, Lori and Diddy had already embarked on a family trip to Italy alongside Steve Harvey and Marjorie Harvey. Then, merely 1 month following that, the narrative shifted once more. Lori and Diddy were observed vacationing together again, on this occasion in Mexico, with TMZ present to document the moment. Photographs subsequently emerged, showing Diddy with his hands positioned on Lori's abdomen, which immediately sparked widespread speculation about a possible pregnancy. As publicly understood, those pregnancy speculations ultimately proved unfounded, yet the overall circumstances remained deeply awkward for many observers. Adding to the peculiarity was the overt endorsement from Steve and Marjorie Harvey. Given that Steve and Diddy share a deep-rooted history spanning many years, it strains credibility to suggest Steve was unaware of Diddy's long-standing public persona well before these events unfolded. Diddy had been acquainted with the Harvey family for decades, far preceding the time when Lori reached adulthood and stepped into the spotlight. This extensive prior connection is precisely the reason numerous individuals experienced profound discomfort once the association between Lori and Diddy became openly acknowledged. Returning to those photographs from Italy, certain supporters highlighted Lori's choice of white nail polish and began drawing speculative links. This particular theory gained traction following Cassie Ventura's disclosures in her legal filing, where she alleged that Diddy exerted control over minute aspects of her appearance throughout their time together. For clarity, no evidence exists indicating Lori faced anything comparable. This remains entirely conjecture from the public domain. Nonetheless, online communities enthusiastically amplified the idea. So, what are your views on this? Do you find the circulating claims credible that Michael B. Jordan encountered material that fundamentally altered his perspective? Additionally, how do you perceive Steve Harvey and Marjorie Harvey's visible approval of the pairing between Lori and Diddy? Feel free to share your opinions in the comments section. Please remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, forward it to others, and stay tuned for future updates as this unfolding narrative is far from concluded.